The howling wind swept mercilessly across the desolate tundra, a cold breath that carried the weight of winter's grasp. Snow blanketed the landscape, erasing every trace of life, every footprint, as though the earth had chosen to forget. In this icy night, at the edge of the Yukon forest, Fenrir, the alpha male of the snow wolf pack, emerged from the shadows, his presence commanding and resolute. The pack, a collection of white ghosts against the backdrop of endless white, gathered around him, their breath visible in the frigid air, a testament to their shared purpose. Fenrir's senses were finely tuned to the wilderness, each sound and scent a piece of a puzzle only he could decipher. With his cold, wet nose, he detected the faintest trace of blood lingering in the air, a remnant of a struggle, a whisper of vulnerability. Ahead, a wounded moose limped through the deep snow, its massive frame a silhouette against the dim light of the moon. Powerful and dangerous, it was a prize that could sustain the pack through the harsh winter, but it was also a formidable opponent. The night was still, save for the howling wind that twisted through the trees, a mournful lament that echoed the pack's own hunger. Lifting his head, Fenrir emitted a long, piercing howl that sliced through the silence, a sound that reverberated off the frost-covered cliffs and sent a flock of black ravens spiraling into the sky, their cries mingling with his own. This was not merely a signal to hunt. It was a call to the spirits of the ice, a summons to the ancient forces that governed life and death in this unforgiving land. The moose, now their focus, was oblivious to the gathering storm of predators that surrounded it. The pack moved with a grace that belied their size, like phantoms gliding over the snow, their eyes gleaming with a pale, eerie light. Each wolf knew its role, each step a part of a dance as old as time. In this moment, all that existed was the hunt, a singular purpose that bound them together against the cold and the dark. Fenrir led them deeper into the uncharted territory, where the scent of blood grew stronger, mingling with the crisp, biting air. The wounded moose sensed something amiss. It paused, lifting its massive head, ears twitching as it strained to catch any hint of danger. The faint crunch of steps in the snow, a breath carried on the wind, these were the warnings that pricked at its instincts. It turned its head, scanning the empty white landscape, but saw nothing. Yet, the ancient call of survival whispered through the air, a primal awareness that death was approaching. Fenrir remained patient, a shadow among shadows, watching and waiting. He understood the rhythm of the hunt, the delicate balance between predator and prey. As the moose stumbled into a narrow canyon flanked by frost-covered cliffs, Fenrir felt the pulse of opportunity quicken within him. The terrain would work to their advantage, and the time to strike was near. He signaled to his pack, a subtle shift of his body, and they moved in unison, a well-rehearsed symphony of instinct and skill. One wolf lunged from the left, a distraction that forced the moose to turn, its eyes wide with confusion and fear. Two more flanked from the front, their movements a blur as they closed in. In the ensuing chaos, Fenrir dropped from a snow-covered ridge, silent and swift as an avalanche, his form blending seamlessly with the white landscape. The moment was electric, the air thick with tension as the pack converged on their prey. A cacophony erupted, claws scraping against flesh, the snow exploding upwards in a flurry of white, the pounding of hooves against the ground, and the snarls of the wolves as they pursued their target. The moose fought back, its powerful legs thrashing, but it was wounded and weary. Fenrir moved with purpose, his instincts guiding him as he sought the most effective way to bring the creature down. The world around them faded into a blur, the hunt consuming all thoughts and fears. And then, silence fell. The chaos subsided, replaced by the stillness of the night, broken only by the heavy breathing of the wolves and the fading struggles of the moose. Fenrir stood over the fallen creature, its blood seeping into the snow, painting the pure white landscape crimson beneath the pale glow of the moon. There was no cruelty in his eyes, only the ancient truth of survival, a reminder that in this harsh world, the strong live while the weak fall. As the clouds parted, revealing a full moon that bathed the scene in silvery light, Fenrir felt a sense of profound connection to the land, to the spirits that roamed these wilds. The hunt was not just about sustenance, it was a ritual, a sacred dance between life and death. The story of this night would ride the wind, whispered through the trees and carried across the tundra, a testament to Fenrir, the white ghost of the northern wilds, the hunter who never fails. The pack gathered around their prize, feasting quietly in the moonlight, their bodies silhouetted against the stark landscape. Each bite was a celebration of their unity, a recognition of the bond that tied them to one another and to the land. In the heart of the Yukon wilderness, under the watchful gaze of the moon, they were more than mere wolves. They were a force of nature, a living testament to the cycle of life, the unyielding spirit of survival that thrived even in the harshest of conditions. As the wind howled through the trees, carrying the scent of blood and the echoes of the hunt, Fenrir lifted his head once more. He howled into the night, a sound that resonated with the very essence of the wild, a song of triumph and a call to the spirits of the ice. In that moment, he was not just a hunter. He was a guardian of the tundra, a keeper of the ancient stories that would continue to unfold in the relentless embrace of winter.